I'm gonna need y'all to stop making excuses for Unc and them who wanna date the young, fresh 18-year-olds. Y'all need to stop right now. Because we all know the reason why these middle-aged men go after young girls who freshly became legal to date is because one, they don't have a lot of life experience. Two, they're easy to manipulate. And three, that's just lazy dating because if you think about they're still children. You're a grown man, and there's a reason why women in your age bracket don't want to date you. Because you're still a child up here. You never grew up. You may be, 35 and up, but you still 18, 25 here, the type of mentality that you have. You know what I mean? So it's disgusting. It's perverted. It doesn't matter if they're legal. They just turn. No, we know what y'all are doing. We know the difference. We see the bullshit.
Yeah, yeah, gosh, something wrong here.
I don't understand this shit. It's not rocket science, okay? It's not rocket science, okay? Alright, young lady? The reason older men date younger women is because they want to fuck them, okay? You understand? They want to bang their ass. They're legal, okay? They're legal adults and shit. You'll have a problem with that. You should take that up with the government, okay? You should take that up with the government. I've seen your social media and shit, and I would be remiss to say that you would be amenable to being with an older gentleman, probably of the Caucasian vein. If he came up to you with a suitcase full of money, you would take the suitcase and shit, okay? Alright, you are no paragon of virtue, and you have no life experience to speak on this subject matter at length and whatnot. Basically, what we're listening to is your fucking opinion, and everyone has an opinion like they have an asshole, okay? It is not rocket science and shit. What is up with you women wanting to be therapists all the time? It reminds me of when I was in my fucking 20s and early 30s. I would actively avoid any woman, especially in Los Angeles, that would tell me that they were studying psychology in college. I would get the fuck away because I knew they were messed up in the head and that they were only studying that shit so that they could be a better predator and shit to the men that unfortunately came into their lives. Okay? Alright? Now, Kings, I've seen this woman. She cleans up pretty nice and whatnot, but, her default position, bonnet in place and everything, in garish night clothing, speaks to her mindset as a hyena and shit. You have to be careful of these women and shit. They dress up real nice and shit. They got the 10 pounds of makeup in a 5-pound bag of shit. Is just run that drift and shit, Make sure that you keep in your mindset that you never know what someone will do until they actually do it and shit. The fact that she's sitting up here flapping her gums about older men being predators, making a blanket statement and shit, a sexist blanketed statement, tells you who she is. She is a misandrist and a fucking idiot. Okay? And I say that, man, I would love to do the litmus test and shit and have some of my, wealthy friends from back in the day offer her a bunch of money. I have some wealthy associates that there were different ethnicities and shit. And I would send a wealthy brother in last and shit. But be that as it may, she's not going to turn down any swag bag from an old dude, a shopping spree, a trip to a vacation spot and shit, perhaps out of the country. She's not going to turn down any of that shit, but no one's offering because she's worth pennies on the dollar, in my opinion. A lot of you sisters waste so much time in the mirror, instead of working on your emotional intelligence and shit, okay, and learning how to read the room and knowing that you are egregiously out of pocket most of the time and that your talking points are shared only amongst yourself in a small narcissistic bubble. Alright? Yeah, this chick got a nice shape, okay? But her face is mid, and we know she's wearing a wig and she's caked up with makeup or fake up. Okay, it's cool for, she's good enough for Pound Town. Alright, she's definitely good enough for Rolling Hay. Okay, but nothing else, nothing substantial. Okay, this is the motherfucker that's about fifth or sixth in your contacts on your burner phone, not even your real phone and shit. Okay, that's the phone you keep in the glove compartment of your car. You know, whether you're married or not. That's the phone that she's on. You know, back in the day and shit. You know, when I had my first cell phone, you know, women like this, I would keep on. These had these like flip books that you could put numbers in. You know, real cheap. You know, I used to buy this shit. I used to live in the West Coast, and I used to have like at least two of these that were full of women's numbers and shit. And I was, you know, since you know I am a misogynist anarchist to a T, man. I would tell you that a lot of times I didn't even have the female's name in there. I just had whatever attribute that I liked on them, whatever body part. That shit was listed under that. And that's how I call them and shit. I don't I tell you what. I think my wife found them shits or something and just did away with them. A lot of my shit, my single shit disappeared when she came into my life, but she would never cop to it because you know I would kick her to the curb if I heard that shit. That I knew that she specifically did that. Right? No. Women are so simple in this regard when you have a level of cynicism. And a lot of us don't get that until we get put in the mix and shit by these, you know, covert misandrists and shit. I think a lot of these women, like the one we're looking at right here, do more damage than do, you know, your sexy red type chicks and whatnot. You know, when you would like some bust down, you know, street bag and shit, you're making a conscious choice to fuck your life up and shit. But these other motherfuckers, you know, they slide in and you think everything's cool, they're mature, they're normal and everything. And then they just do some out of pocket shit to just toss you up and shit. You know, just me hearing this woman sitting up talking about, you know, how men are targeting young women because they're children and shit. It speaks of projection, but I don't believe it because I think that if an old dude, any old dude with a deep pockets, rolled up to her and offered her like the world, she would take it, and she'd be making some more videos talking about how she's winning, and you know, this guy understands her, and you know, he knew how to come correct and shit. That you know that he knew her value and shit. Yeah, your value is tangible, which is paper money and coins and shit. More on the coin side. It's more on the coin side, man. Like, hey, get off your show business. The world doesn't revolve around you. Your opinion of it is lost in white snow. Okay, white snow on a fucking old school television, right? Your opinion is drowned out by your sisterhood and shit that have destroyed dating and you know conventional romance and courting in the West. And I hate to say that shit because I know I fall into a category of the people that you know call themselves dating coaches or lifestyle coaches. I'm none of that. I'm just a regular guy. And, you know, I like to put out some information so that you know guys don't end up with in you know long-term relationships with women with your worldview, with your limited, stilted worldview, your myopic point of view and shit. You know, skewed to your personal taste because you can't see outside of your bubble and shit. Kings, you find this woman if she's into you, you'll see every tooth in her mouth when she talks. You take her to pound and shit. You don't take her to your house. Never take these women to your house and shit. Okay, she's a walking red flag of talking points. Okay, and coupled with the fact that she has an acceptable shape as far as I'm concerned. I think they should err on the side of caution. Right, this has been a teachable moment in the Geek Underground. Right, this has been a teachable moment and shit. And she ain't talking about shit. Okay, I want to say you ain't talking about shit. And you hear some young ass college age chick or some chick broad in her early 20s running her mouth. That's all it is. It's just yapping. It's hyena, talk. I won't say she's for the streets. I don't know her, okay? But considering her talk game and shit, she is for the birds, all right? And when I go to the park, I don't carry any feed in my pockets for these chicken heads and shit out here. Okay, all right, King. And seriously, no, seriously, I only need you to stay in a mindset of perpetual vetting. Okay, listen to what these women are saying, shit, because they love to tell on themselves. They're so narcissistic and shit. They don't even consider what they're saying and any future impact it may have in any potential relationship or even the FWB relationship. Okay, this is the kind of broad you find on Tinder or formerly Bumble. All right, I give her. Nah, fuck it. I'm not giving her no rating and shit. She's running her mouth and she's doing this bullshit, this egregious out pocket bullshit about calling men predators that are dating women that are legally adults and shit. Okay? And she will not make a companion video about the legions of older, bitter as fuck, lemonade sucking black professional women that routinely go after Pookie and Ray Ray and Tyrone and Theo Huxtable and try to lock them in these narcissistic bubble relationships and eat up their time and just destroy them mentally and spiritually and shit, and financially in some cases and shit. Okay? She will never make a video about the legions of black women that take their ass to Jamaica. They're looking to get on that raft, that limestone massage, but really they want the yardie to clean them out and shit, to go up in the guts and dig them out and shit, and clap their old cellulite cheeks and shit. Okay, she's not gonna make no videos about that shit. All she want to do is come in here and think she gonna throw a rock and shit and hide by tying all her sisterhood and shit and think that we ain't gonna see her fucking ass and throw a fucking boulder back when she just threw a pebble. Alright? Alright? So, I've said already, it's good for nothing from Pound Town. Just listen to the bullshit. If you're a young guy, full of testosterone shit, hey, listen to the bullshit and nod your head and, say and some shit like that. And don't worship Nintendo. She's a Nintendo. And then, as long as you ain't taking her to your house, so she don't know shit where you live, don't even take your ID into the bed, Airbnb or the hotel. Leave that shit in your glove compartment, your fucking trunk. And take it to an hourly motel. Yeah. To make sure she has no connection other than that burner phone number you give her. And it's all good and shit, bro. There's always Pandora's box, man. And some boxes should never be open and shit, but hey, I'm only human and shit, right? And keep your head on a swivel, protect your back, because it's all she wants, whether she wants to admit it or not. Alright, whether she wants to admit it or not, in the 2 million thirst traps and beauty videos on this page would say that I'm right in my assessment. Alright, take the bag, and above all else, do not be calling women the stewards of your family or the mothers of your children and shit. Because those children are your legacy, the future, okay? Now you gotta safeguard that. Alright, all praise to the Most High. I love you guys. See you later, King.
The Black Patriarchy. A non-existent group of fictional black male power brokers not discredited, erroneously jailed or outright killed by the minority majority who look the other way as they work tirelessly to shame, oppress, and outright take out the altruistic black female populace of the honorable democratic United States of America. 3K's inset bitches. These evil wealthy members of the Black Patriarchy are the sole reason for all the ills of the black community, walking, talking, holding down jobs, and doing everything up to and including giving their very lives in service to their baby mamas and baby's motherfucking kids. Their motto that strikes fear into the hearts of black women everywhere: bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.